it's great to be here with all of you. We're here, of course, at the beginning of Climate Week, but one thing is crystal clear. The climate crisis, the hurricanes, the wildfires, the heat waves, the floods, the droughts that come with it, have arrived at our doorstep. It's clear that we have to use every zero-carbon tool available to tackle this existential problem. And we're here today because nuclear energy, quite frankly, is one of those important tools alongside other energy technologies such as wind, solar, hydroelectric, carbon capture, utilization, and storage. Nuclear energy provides clean, firm, and reliable power to the electric grid and heat for industrial processes. It already accounts for 10% of global electricity. And it's clear the world is starting to recognize this is important source of clean power. Last year in Dubai, more than 190 countries at COP28 undertook a global stocktake, which concluded we are not yet on track to stabilize our atmosphere. And so the role of nuclear energy was recognized in the effort to accelerate zero emissions technologies and keep 1.5 degrees goal within reach. In the COP28 action agenda, 25 countries from 4 continents launched the declaration to triple nuclear energy, thanks to the leadership of France, the Republic of Korea, Sweden, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and others. That declaration, tripling nuclear power by 2050, is a critical underpinning of the work we're here to do today. And it demonstrates the commitment of endorser countries to retain the nuclear plants we have, build a new generation of nuclear reactors, and support the supply chains and mobilize the investments and the good jobs needed to get there. It's an ambitious goal, and it's going to take cooperation among our allies and partners and accelerated action from the private sector. In the United States, we're contributing toward this goal by protecting our existing nuclear energy infrastructure, which already provides 20% of our electricity and nearly half of our clean power, while working to rapidly scale up new nuclear power capacity. Between 1970 and 1990, the United States built nearly 95 gigawatts of nuclear energy. So we know how to do it. We've done it before, and we can do it again. And we're doing it with a government-enabled but private sector-led approach. Through President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law and Inflation Reduction Act, we're investing in maintaining the existing U.S. nuclear fleet, including the Civilian Nuclear Credit Program for at-risk reactors and the 45U production tax credit for existing zero-emission nuclear reactors. And in March, DOE's Loan Program Office announced a loan guarantee to Holtec Palisades, aiming to bring the Palisades nuclear plant in Michigan back online and upgrade it to produce clean baseload power until at least 2051. That loan guarantee is possible thanks to new authority from the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, President Biden and Vice President Harris are fueling a resurgence of civil nuclear energy by investing in next-generation reactors. For example, DOE is providing $900 million to support a consortia of technology vendors, utilities, and customers to deploy a first-of-its-kind Gen 3 Plus small modular reactor and build an order book to drive down the costs of future deployment. I was talking with the Prime Minister of Slovenia about we need to get the economics of this right as well as the technology right. DOE's Advanced Reactor Demonstration Program is supporting 2 large-scale Generation 4 reactor demonstrations by TerraPower and X-Energy. Earlier this year, TerraPower broke ground on its Natrium reactor power plant in Wyoming. And Centrus announced its first delivery of HALEU, which we need to support the next wave of advanced reactors. DOE is deploying $500 million from the IRA to expand HALEU production. Our strategy is working Financing from DOE's LPO enabled Vogtle Units 3 and 4 to come online in Georgia, the first new nuclear plants in 30 years. Moving forward, utilities will be able to take advantage of the IRA's technology neutral power generation tax credits, which can reduce the cost of building new nuclear reactors by 30% or more. We're proud of what we're achieving domestically, and we're committed to helping countries around the world benefit from the peaceful uses of nuclear energy. We are actively supporting countries seeking to build nuclear energy programs or expand their existing ones under the highest standards of nuclear safety, security, and non-proliferation. For example, Romania, which is present today, is working closely with the United States to deploy U.S. small modular reactor technology at a retired coal plant. These are the types of innovative solutions we must foster and pursue together. We're proud to say that this project continues advancing and is on track for a final investment decision next year. And we're supporting capacity building and financing that countries need to expand nuclear power. In 2021, the White House launched the FIRST program, which stands for Foundational Infrastructure for the Responsible Use of Small Modular Reactor Technology. FIRST supports capacity building in countries that want to safely and responsibly build small modular reactors to other advanced reactor programs. In partnership with Canada, the ROK, and Japan, FIRST has provided more than $70 million worth of support to more than 40 countries across 5 continents. We've also partnered with Ghana, Poland, and the UAE to establish 3 regional clean energy training centers. These hubs will work with universities to train a workforce prepared to support nuclear reactor deployment in each region. Last month, we hosted the second U.S.-Africa Nuclear Energy Summit in Nairobi to partner with African nations to train the workforce, develop the policy, and mobilize the finance needed to take advantage of nuclear energy. At COP28, the U.S. Export Bank announced a suite of financial tools to support the global deployment of small modular reactors. And we're working with fellow shareholders and management to consider the potential role of multilateral development banks in supporting recipient countries in the civil nuclear sector. On top of supporting the development of new reactors overseas, we're also supporting reliable fuel supplies. At the G7 Leaders Summit last year, the United States joined Canada, France, Japan, and the United Kingdom, the so-called Sapporo 5, to develop a reliable nuclear supply chain free from malign influence. On the 1-year anniversary of the Sapporo 5 in May, we announced that we exceeded our original goal to mobilize $4.2 billion in government investments. The declaration to triple nuclear energy by 2050 is the North Star for all these efforts. It's what's guiding the world towards these new investments. I encourage all countries interested in pursuing nuclear energy under the highest standards of nuclear safety, security, and non-proliferation to endorse the declaration and follow that up with real action. At COP29, the United States intends to set concrete domestic deployment targets and outline a path to doing our part on the goal to triple nuclear by 2050. We call on other governments to do the same and to partner with the private sector to get it done. Today, we'll hear from other endorsers of the declaration, France, Romania, Slovenia, Sweden, Japan, on what steps they are taking to advance the declaration. And I want to commend the 14 global private financial lending firms who will announce today that they are committed to meeting the moment and discuss the steps they are taking to invest in civil nuclear energy. Our collective mission is clear. Nuclear energy is clean energy, and if we're to ensure a livable planet, build secure, sustainable supply chains for clean energy, to bolster prosperity around the world, we need to make sure that nuclear energy does its part. I know we can make it happen as long as we work together in partnership. Thank you, and I look forward to the other speakers. Thank you.